If you're looking for a chatbot from the future, allowing you to have that chatbot on your website or even have a link to that chatbot that you can create and have a conversational appointment booking, and also allowing you to have customer support and have sales conversation as well. So you're at the right place. Hi, I'm Anil from marketingautomationfocus.com. Today I'm talking about a tool called NewOaks. NewOaks is a chatbot builder which has the capability of 24/7 SMS messaging and conversational appointment booking and a whole lot more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, as you can see on the screen if you're watching the video, that I'm showing you NewOaks website. Their website address is newoaks.ai. And as you can see, they have embedded widget there. And as I scroll down, they have a quick comparison with a couple of tools, chatbot builders. So you can take a look at it, and I'll talk about pricing really quick. They have a demo there that you can watch really quick, and also some core features, as I mentioned, conversational appointment booking. You can also have free text SMS chatbot. Now, if you use the SMS tool like Twilio, that NewOaks actually provides you the capability of integrating with Twilio, then you can have the text messaging as well, or you can use the Google Voice setup. You can also have live chat on mobile, almost like when you have a human takeover, then you can actually take over using the live app that they have. And they have the bi-directional API and webhooks capability as well. So you can pretty much communicate on a bunch of channels. So it's got a few channel integrations. And now they have this fact that you can read frequently asked questions. I'm just expanding these really quick. You can read those on their website. I'm going to now show you pricing really quick. Here are some pricing plans for websites of all sizes, as they say. Free trial, they don't have a free plan, it's just a trial. It kind of is a free plan. I'm not 100% sure where, although it has 400,000 characters per chatbot. In this case, you can only build one chatbot, and there's some limits on the source or the context that you would need to provide for the chatbot to get trained on and then work. And then there's a limit on um, what AI model that free plan will use. So beyond that, they got three main plans: Essential, Growth, and Professional. Essential is $19 per month, and Growth is $49 per month, and Professional is $99 per month. And you can see they have different levels of features and limits. So now I'm going to take you at the back end inside of my own NewOaks account. So now I'm inside my NewOaks AI account. Uh, this is not quite dashboard. In a way, you can call it dashboard. Maybe that's what they intend. Um, right now on the top menu, as you can see, there's demo, pricing, guide, my chatbots, workspace, app download, and then to the top right is account. Uh, Now, I noticed that demo is basically just right now is going to their website. So inside the app, I would probably suggest them to take out the demo and pricing menu item altogether from the app. That would be my suggestion. and have actually on the leftmost side of the menu items on the top, I would have Workspace first and then my chatbots. And the guide would be to the right and maybe app download, but that's not that important. Maybe it is in the beginning. And then account would be on the top right as typically apps have. And so in this case, by default, I only created one chatbot, and it's like a test chatbot, and it's also enabled with the live chatbot, like human takeover with the live app on my iPhone device. So I'm going to show you Workspace, and then I will talk about the chatbot that I have the test one. So let's go click on Workspace. Right now, you depending on your plan, you can create one or more workspaces. Right now, I just created one, and I just called it MAF. That's based on my just marketing automation focus website. And so what you can do is you can click on Add, you can name it, and then it is required to have an open AI key, and I'll talk more about that in a bit. And so you basically in the workspace area, and you have Workspace Manager where you can edit the workspace. Like now on the left sidebar, you have menu, like I said, Workspace Manager, roadmap. Now, roadmap, I would take out of this sidebar menu. I don't think it needs to be here. Um, and it should be, I think when you click it, now we have sub menus here. I would just have hover over and have the menus, roadmap, updates, ideas, but it really doesn't need to be. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it doesn't need to be on the sidebar here. And Webhook's API, so you can see that Webhook URL. Then there is a chat robot session key that you will use with the Webhook URL. And for live chat, I have enabled it, and you can select one or more chatbots to have the live chat enabled for. So right now I only have one chatbot, so that's what I selected. And then it has a error log, and then a white label capability as well if you want to have that capability, and your plan allows that if you have an agency plan. So now let's go to my chat bots. And so here you will have all your chat bots listed. And I don't know, because I didn't create more than one workspace. But once you create more than one workspace, I don't know how this dashboard is going to look like in terms of letting you know which chatbot belongs to which workspace. So that's something I haven't tested. And so now if you click on the uh, chatbot, whichever one you have, and you want to go through the chatbot settings and features related to that chatbot. So in this case, the test, what I've done some customization, and I'll show you a little bit what I've done and how I did it. So chatbot, it just gives you kind of a quick view how it would look. So this is nice to kind of show you how it's going to look when you use this as an embedded widget, or it's kind of a widget. You can do it embedded inline, so to speak, and also you can have like a little icon, the AI or bot icon on the bottom right of your website. They don't have at the moment, if I remember correctly, I don't think we have any more customization at this point. Like if you wanted to have it on the lower left, or maybe on sidebar, or those kinds of pop-ups for the chatbot widget to pop up. So it's only embedded inline somewhere on the website, like an element on your web page. anywhere that you want, or you can just embed on your website for a specific page or throughout the website if you use the script for the widget. So now we go to the settings. In general, on the sidebar, we have several menu items under settings. Um, General gives you the workspace name and chatbot ID. I have hidden the chatbot ID. I think it should be hidden. So that's a feedback that I think they should either hide it, totally hide it, or partial hidden for the chatbot ID, because you also can share your chatbot. So if someone knows your website address or custom domain address, if you're using a custom domain, then if they know chatbot ID, they can actually go to that chatbot. So I think that's why this should be hidden. And let's go to now. So then it has the chatbot name as well. And then it allows you to uh, the model that you would use for the chatbot. And so there are some prompt templates that are pre-built right now. There's sales service, customer service, and I believe there is a third one. Let's just go in here. So appointment booking, customer service, sales service. I'm not sure if you can create, maybe they're working on it to allow us to create our own custom templates. Now, for the appointment booking, my use case is, at least for now, is not appointment booking. Either customer service or sales service is the one that I'm going to be using. And so right now I have used or selected sales service for this chatbot. And it has some other features and model you can select for now, GPT 3.5 Turbo or GPT-4. And so I've just used GPT 3.5 Turbo. And then one good thing here is that even if you use, so OpenAI allows you now to create a user level uh, OpenAI key, AI API key. And also they actually prefer now to have projects and create project level API keys from OpenAI. So what I've done is I've created a project in there specific to this workspace and specific to this chatbot in NewOaks. So now I'm using that API key here, and then you can set the temperature, you can set the time zone. Now, time zone, I'm not sure what's happening here, because for me it's still April 21st, but the last trained time for some reason is another time zone. So I don't know if it's UTC. I didn't try to calculate that as yet, but it's fairly simple, but it allows now. So now I'm in chat interface setting for this chatbot. And what I've done is that you can see that you can have suggested messages. So I kind of think of these as kind of buttons or uh, kind of menu items that, it's already there. It's the message that someone can select to send to the chatbot for it to respond to, right? So what I've done is that if someone arrives at my website, they can type whatever they want, but they can also click on or tap on services or get in touch, right? And so that's what I'm doing here. You can do a bunch of other customization here. I have done like the my profile. So the chatbot profile picture right now, I'm just using mine. I'm thinking I'm going to use maybe a bot type or icon or symbol, or maybe my logo symbol, like the one that I'm using for the uh, uh, chat bubble or whatever it's called, the chat icon. So I might change it, but you can see that you can customize quite a few things. Now the user message color, what I've noticed is that you can actually click on this. If you change it to slightly lighter, but it's not light enough, it automatically changes the text color for user message color. So it changes to black or dark, really. So what happens is the contrast is not there. So I changed it back to the darkest color for my brand, and then it automatically changes to the white text. So my suggestion would be to allow us to actually select the text color as well. Plus, the color on the banner of this chat widget seems to go along with whatever the user message uh, color is. This one, I believe, or at least there is no option for me to customize that. So that's just a little bit of nitpicking, but other than that, this is really not a big deal. And uh, now chat bubble button color, so that's I think this color, bubble color here, or maybe the background of the uh, chat chatbot icon, I think it says here. And you can also, there is a default user input placeholder. You could type your own, but I'm leaving it as is for now. There are a couple other settings, how you would like the chatbot message or the widget pop up, and lead magnet type pop up when for it to pop up. And then human takeover is that if you want to send a message via email to someone who could actually take over. But I would rather have this actually send a notification on the iOS or Android app, the live app, rather than email. I mean, we could have both, but I'm not sure if I would be watching email to jump over to take over as human on that. So that's a little bitty there. And then there are a couple other options, and I haven't played with this, and I don't think I want to use this in my for my use case. I don't want to show the source reference link in the responses. So that gives you a pretty good chat interface settings as part of the chatbot setting. And then from the security standpoint, then there are other settings now. If you go to security tab, now you can make it private or public by typing or actually selecting from here. And I'm using public for now for this purpose. Actually, it's a test chatbot, so I'm actually going to turn it off a little bit later because I was just simply playing, and then uh, later on uh, create a better chatbot with all the training for the chatbots, so that then I know exactly this is how I want it, rather than just having a test chatbot there. And then if you want to kind of make sure that this chatbot can only be used, or the scripts for embedding can only be used uh, at which domain. So right now it's my website. I'm not sure. I mean, we could actually use it for, we could embed the script uh, to specific pages, and that way we could control which page on my website, right? But right now, I think the widget is going to pop up. I only looked at my homepage, but I'm pretty sure, because the way I embedded the inserted or pasted the script, it's going to show on every page of my website. It depends on your preference. So I like to have options where even in the setting of test or in the settings of chatbot, I could just specify exclude or include the URL. So maybe that's another enhancement that could be done. I really like the rate limiting feature here. And then if it goes above the rate limit that you specified, it gives user a message, too many messages in a row. If somebody is just hitting it hard with, I don't know if you can actually do it manually. Maybe they're having bot visiting your website and messing with your chatbot. So now, token limit, what I found here was that I don't fully understand right now, like exactly how these tokens are being used. I suspect that every time somebody asks a question, then if you have stored number of characters, uh, that it actually NewOaks allows you to have 32 million characters per chatbot. That's huge. Um, so for most of the applications and use cases, we probably don't need much. It depends, I guess. For me, even for appointment booking, it's probably not going to be too many characters as a context. So every time there is a request, I think what's happening is that if you have 10,000 characters context, then your input as a context is probably close to 10,000. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it goes into a block, and I'll show you touch on that. So I my tokens were running out of this limit. I started with 2,000, then I started with 5,000, and then I put 10,000. It got eaten up really fast. I don't even have hardly 10,000 type context that I put in, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And so I had to go with unlimited. And this one seems like, and I'm not even sure if this limit is for the bot, like forever, meaning once you reach this limit and bot will stop working. So it's not per day or per month, or I have no idea. So what if we know for sure, and if we have rough idea, then we could do custom, and then we can um, enter the custom token limit. Okay. So that's on that. And then there is the leads functionality where you can collect the leads and you can turn various fields for the lead. Typically you would have name or first name, and then email as a minimum. Right now I can't tell if it's required or not. I think this obligatory pre-chat form, if I select this, I'm not sure, is it required pre-chat form? Maybe that's like before you even start conversation. And it seems like then all of these fields would be whatever fields you turn on, those are required fields. It doesn't have a typical red asterisk. And once you turn it on, if you turn it off, I guess then it just doesn't matter whether any of these fields are on or not, right? So it was kind of strange that it didn't go back to the default, like phone and message were disabled, toggle disabled. But it doesn't matter, I guess, if the pre-chat form is not enabled, then I'm not sure if this is going to work or what exactly how this gets triggered. I haven't tested that. And for domains, again, you can do custom domain, and I have the custom domain set up and it's verified. And if you want to enable appointment type conversation with your website visitors and customers and clients, then you will turn this on and then click save. So that's a lot of I think there's quite a bit customization, and it's really in a way powerful to allow these many types of settings for each of your chatbots. So let's click on dashboard for the chatbot. That gives you chat logs. You can actually export this JSON. You can also revise the last answer, so you can change it if you wanted to respond to that. There might be some needs like that, but for me, if you unless the bot messed up, I was just testing. So ignore these messages because this was the log at the time. I was messing around. And if you had the lead form, then you will have the leads data here with whatever fields that you required your visitors, and for appointment that there will be a log for appointments if someone have created appointments. Now the key thing, I would put this sources actually over to the left, but maybe not, because when you create a chatbot, then you're prompted to enter your sources as pretty much the first step, other than naming the chatbot. So maybe it's fine. Um, but later on, like I'm doing, if you're editing, then the sources, you can have files, you can have text that you can copy paste here. uh, and you can uh, crawl and kind of scrape the website. So what I had done, as you can see here, included links. You see, I got only two of them here. Originally, I just scraped the whole website, and when I kind of started figuring out that maybe the context is now all these links, maybe the chatbot is actually the input is the whole context, whatever is like right now. Total detected characters is 6,542. So maybe that's how many characters are put in as input, as context, right? I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit less, depending on the question. So that's one piece of context, and then chatbot does its AI thing, and that's the input, and then it comes back with an output, and you have to pay for all those characters lumped together as tokens, and so on and so forth. And I have two links here, as you can see, because I deleted the other ones. And every time you make a change, you want to make sure that you retrain the chatbot. So that happens pretty quick, as far as I can tell. For even 10, 20, 30, I think I had 1.60 thousand characters, and the training goes pretty fast. And then, so in this case, I have two links. And then what I've done is, the other option is that you can define your own Q&A if you want it, right? So I was just playing with it. So I said, all right, if somebody asks, what types of services do you offer, then I want this response. And you can have more than one. You can add with this add button. And so that's one way of inputting the source. Now the last one here, I'm not sure, when about a month ago I logged in for the first time. I'm not sure if it was there, but this is something new, and I think it's neat, because in the chatbot, I can just type services. So if somebody types services, they don't have to ask anything, and it will just come back with this response. And I'll show you in a bit right here. I could show you on my website too, so maybe I'll show you that. And then embed on site will give you, I'm not going to click on this, and then text SMS, like I was saying, there is an option for Google with Google Voice number. Right now, I was trying it, and then Google gave me a warning that seems like that NewOaks haven't verified their app with Google as yet. I think they're in the process of doing that. So I chose, right now, I don't have a need for it. So right now, I decided to leave it alone. If I really need it, I can use Twilio. I have Twilio account. I can use it. It's fairly cheap if you want to use Twilio option and integration. And the other one is that if you wanted to delete this uh, chatbot. So now I'm going to go so I'm going to just show you that if I click services, right? So boom, I mean, it's really fast. Actually, I'm going to show you on my website. So I won't show you any more here. So that's pretty much it, except one thing, I couldn't find log out menu or option here. I'm not sure if I'm missing somewhere, but this account simply shows you whatever plan or account you have that you have purchased. So now I'm going to take you to my website and show you the widget, and then I'll quickly show you a couple things. So here's my website, and you can see that this chatbot widget is here. Uh, I'm not sure if we can actually change the font size of this initial message from the bot. And I've chosen, like, I think it doesn't pop up because that's what I think I have set up in the settings in the uh, chatbot interface settings of the chatbot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type, let me see if service. Okay, so it's thinking. Okay, so it actually did fairly good job. Now, my keyword trigger was services, I believe. So if I go services, then it's probably going to come back with the exact answer that I had, because the number 5 there down at the bottom, I think it had just uh, well, it is actually sending, but it's formatted a little weird. I think what they should do is, I would expect that they list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I have the response for the service keyword, but then it asks, because it's a sales type template, so it always comes back with sort of like having the conversation going, kind of like a hook or CTA kind of thing. So is there a specific service you're interested in learning more about? So I would say, let's just say I say yes. Okay. And what service are you interested in learning more about? Can you provide more details about the service you're interested in? This is cool. So it's pretty good. But let's just say I say SEO. Let's see what it says. I don't have much about SEO service as yet on my website. So let's see what it does. Oh wow! So it came out with kind of a little generic one. It's a little too long, and even if it's long, I would break them into like one sentence at a time or something. So I think here's some formatting and maybe how the response comes back. Maybe it needs to be a lot more concise. Also, because it may turn out to be overwhelming, and also it's costing more in terms of our characters and tokens, right? Um, even if it's tiny, but why waste it if you can optimize it? Because I wouldn't like to read like this, right? So, but it's still impressive that how it responds. I'm going to show you one last thing really quick on if I say, um, can you give me the URL of marketing automation academy? Let's just see what it says. Wow, look at that. Nice. You can find the Marketing Automation Academy at the following URL. It is correct. Would you like more information about the courses offered at the Marketing Automation Academy? So, this is cool. So, guys, I think this is it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was worth your time watching it. And thanks so much. And I'll see you in another one. Bye for now.